mostly far away from any kind of candles, red and green one, just focusing on family, friends, yourself, health or something, fitness or whatever it is. So the most important thing that you use weekend to do something else, but no trading, because trading Monday to Friday, it should be enough. I really appreciate and really glad that you're here with me this morning briefing show. I want to say thank you, Katie, my moderator in the back, that she supports me this week again with the questions of the day and with opening the sessions. And let's say to Admirals that we can make this show every morning beside of the other webinars from Paul and Jens. So we stream this show on YouTube Live. You can subscribe. You can find a button right corner. You can subscribe this channel so you will never miss an episode about any kind of webinars or this morning briefing show. There's a whole list, a video list of all webinars since January 18th, when we started with this awesome morning briefing show. So also you can give us a like, or maybe you can leave a comment below this video on YouTube. And at this time, I can see the chat in Zoom and of course here on YouTube, Don, Vladimir, Gertz, Albert, Darom, good morning. And of course, all the other ones here on Zoom too. Okay, so let's go to my screen. And let me see the chat. So here we go. And of course, my lovely participants this morning too. Okay, great. So first of all, ladies and gentlemen, we expect a really, really busy week because we have at least 4 rate decisions upcoming this week. Today, not really interesting, but on Wednesday, we expect a Japan monetary policy meeting decision with the rate decision in the morning. Then on Wednesday, just an overview and outlook about this week. On Wednesday, most important topic ever is the US interest rate decision. So about this interest rate decision, we can see the countdown and at the moment, 100% of all people that were asked about what they expect about the rate decision, 100% says, okay, they will leave the target rate between 0 and 25. So they expect no changings about that. Maybe kind of a surprising effect in the press conference, the announcement, by the way. So then on Thursday, you see, we expect a Swiss National Bank monetary policy. And at 1:00 p.m. German time, by the way, we expect a UK British pound interest rate decision. So we have a lot of things to consider this week, especially in our currency trades. So, but for the rest of the week, we have a lot of other webinars. So you will find it here on this side of Admirals with a lot of other top news and all the other things you will find here, especially the topics about Forex webinars. For example, this week we have 2 webinars also from Paul and Jens. Hold the line, please. So, okay, let's see later. And I would say let's go to the charts right now and see what we can do today. So first of all, let's have a look at our DAX day trading. You know, we trade DAX in 10-minute charts. And here we go. There was a lovely trend, and I drew it already in the chart with this red rectangles. There were the great chances to go short. And you know, we have the 4 rules. A valid trend is needed. It should be a young trend, at least the 4th trend arm. Then we should come out of the correction at the best, 38% correction that we see. We have indeed an accumulation phase. And then, of course, rule number 4, we need a kind of balanced candle, or if you work with normal candles, can also work with normal candles. You don't need Heikin Ashi. It's a little bit easier to recognize the trend, but also in normal candle, if you prefer that, then kind of reversal bar, bullish, bearish, engulfing, harami, whatever. Main thing is that you can see that they turn the price in this accumulation phase by volume, and then you see a trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break. And we talked about on Friday, you see, there was a big chance. It was around in the afternoon. So there was the trend, we saw the correction, and there was the balance candle, and you see, awesome. We reached the point to highest probability in the first possible trend. This is a dream of every trader, trend trader. So then the second chance, a little bit later, it was close to 7 p.m. Then we had another correction, and this correction was higher than 38%. And this morning, or when the markets opened this night, we reached a point 2 again. And now another correction, you can see it here, another correction and another trend continuation here. So, but that was not 38%, by the way, but there was the biggest chance and here. So I hope you didn't miss it, by the way, because you see there is the money in. Okay, guys, the chat is open on YouTube and on Zoom. If you have any questions, so feel free to ask. I can say on Zoom, Johan, good morning. Tina, Lisa, good morning. Ian also. I'm really happy that you spend your precious lifetime with me. Daniel also, good morning. Okay, so I personally trade DAX in hourly chart if I find my own entry, by the way. So it was, you see, we had expiry day, big expiry day. Every 3 months, we have big expiry days in the shares and in the futures here in Germany. So therefore, I avoided to trade within the red zone with a price close to the point of control. Especially, we have the really confusing and really mixed situation here within the red zone. So finally, maybe you would say, okay, there was so many chances to go short. Yeah, you are right. But we are living on the right side of the chart, not in the history. So if you have a look back, you can say, oh, well, there was a great chance, and there was a great chance, and there was a great chance. Yes, you're looking in the history, but also, but the most important thing is we are living on the right side of the chart. So, and there you have to make your decisions, and you have to make a decision you feel comfortable with it. And as you can see, it was really hard because we have more than one trend at the same time running. It was the downtrend. Then we have this pink uptrend. This pink up that was still valid, and the correction was running in its own in its own trend. Yeah, and everything happens within the red zone and around the point of control. And we have the big expiry day. And in this case, I would say, okay, guys, I know the law of probability, which is for me the most important law as a private trader. But there is just an exception when I don't see a clear, literally clear situation. This is the only exception for my point, my own trading style, that I break the law of probability. Yeah, sometimes I got a ticket. Oh, by the way, I got a ticket on my way in Frankfurt. I have to pay 20 euros because I was too fast, 13 kilometers. That's a lovely picture. My God, you look so stupid in these ticket pictures, They're like an idiot. But yeah, it was just only 20 euros. So, yeah, oh, by the way, this is still DAX 30 is now DAX 40 up to today. I have to switch the chart, but it's the same one, by the way. And now we have DAX 40. And Paul or Jens, I don't know right now. Paul or Jens will talking about the switching and a special webinar this week about the changing from DAX 30 to DAX 40. So what do I have to do? First of all, I see a very interesting situation because now we are deep in the green zone in the hourly chart. in DAX 40, by the way. So maybe we get a great chance anytime to go long for short. Is it not the situation anymore right now? Let's switch to the focus currencies and focus underlyings. And we start with the running trade in crude oil. And in crude oil, we have this lovely uptrend and we made it. So with move, correction, move, correction. So that's the trend, by the way. So, you know, that was the last chance to go long, the fourth trend arm. Yeah, and we did it. So now we saw the trend continuation. Now we are in the correction again, but we sold already half the position here. Stop loss is in profit, so nothing can happen. Just let it go. Maybe we will find new buyers round about here. This could be possible. It's the last biggest one, the previous 1.2. And this is the last 0.2. So this is the previous 0.2. Maybe the price will find a couple of buyers there and then price is going up. So it could be a little bit difficult or confusing or volatile because we are within the red zone. Okay. So then Dow Jones in the 4-hourly chart. So in Dow Jones, hold a minute, wait a minute. I guess we'll get the chance to see. Thanks God, as a private trader, we learned to be learn to be patient. Okay. Let's see. Maybe we can use the chance, Kitty, if you want, as long as MetaTrader wants to show me the chart. We can open my question for today, if you're ready for Rumble. Thanks for your support. So my question for you today is here on Zoom and in a written form here on YouTube. By the way, I have a question. What is your goal? It's Monday. What's your goal for this week? Your private goal as a private trader, by the way. So you have three options. First, stick to the rules at all. Second one, being more disciplined, which is related to rule number one, to answer number one. And number three, do not mix the time frames. Yeah. So what's your answer? It's completely anonymous, so it's fine. So click the button. What is your goal for this week? Stick to the rules at all, or being more disciplined, or do not mix the time frames. So I guess we have a bit trouble here. So, okay, let me see what I can do here right now. Okay, so let's see. Let's close it. It's been a long time that I had trouble here. Okay, so let's do it again. Here we go. Okay, so let's go back to crude oil. And let's see if we can go to Dow Jones right now. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so here we go. Dow Jones. We had a similar situation we talked about on Friday. So because we made a trade here down, I guess, here in history. So no, I did not. So because I said, this is the exception, the only exception when I'm circling around the point of control, you see, and we had a lot of problems to overcome the last point to exactly the point of control. So, but finally, it's again the same point. It was an old trend and we are circling around the point of control, but finally it's always the same. You see, a trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break. So I have no problems when I miss a trade in a seldom case. Yeah. But it's not a part of a private trader that I can say, okay, I trade whenever I want. Now, this is not the law of probability. So, but if I miss a trade on purpose because I'm not feeling comfortable with the situation where I am, then sometimes it's allowed. And there is only one exception when I'm circling in an old trend around the point of control. Yeah, then. And if I have maybe different trends, especially we had a valid uptrend, and this trend on the right side of the chart was just only a correction. So therefore, that's not a problem. So then in gold, I open a position on Friday because we have a lovely trend right now here. You see, that's the first move, first correction. That's the first trend arm. So this up here, that's not really a correction. It doesn't fit to the symmetries of the other correction. So just two balanced candles is just a kind of market noisy. Yeah, so this is not really a correction. So this is a correction. So that's the first trend arm. Now this is the second trend arm with a correction. There was the balanced candle. So I decided to open the trade close to 0.2 and to speculate on a trend continuation. So, but I will make this trade really close because the soft stop is really far away. So if I can see this is a balanced candle, then I trail my stop closer. Yeah, and maybe I will try it again later, you know, because a trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break. And maybe, and this is just my private speculation, that we will reach maybe this support zone or this volume zone and the spike on this lower part. Yeah. So, you know, I'm not a really young trader, by the way. And this situation here was about news and less volume. And I made this experience very, very often that such big spikes were tested again and will be tested again on a fundamental basis. Yeah, and this was just a spike, a big spike, but this is a high probability that we reach at least this volume zone, and maybe then we can get lower and lower. So I will not miss it, but actually for the moment, I have to speculate that the price is going up. There's not a trend continuation. Yeah, in that case, I will close my trade and we will be carefully that I don't miss the re-entry. Yeah, so we are on the right side and there we have to make a clear decision. In Euro USD, there is indeed an old trend, by the way. So, and here, it's Monday. Okay. Here we go. I do it in that way, a little bit more careful. Okay, so that's the trend. Move, correction. So there was the first chance to go short. So, and we did it, by the way, we made a small profit there. So, and that was a little bit difficult situation, but there was the next chance to go short. And you see, it worked already. Yeah. And a trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break. Even we are deep in the lower green zone. This is the proof that the price is not part of the rules. It's just a kind of orientation. Yeah. So, Robin, I don't have rules, then I guess it's time to stick to have any rules, by the way. So therefore, welcome in this morning briefing show, and welcome. Maybe you will find the way to our live trading room on Admirals. I will show you right now in a couple of minutes. So the trend in Euro USD is still too old right now, but I'm quite sure that we reach this low like in gold too. So be careful with that. And finally, later we will go up to the point of control. Okay, so that's the 4 main topics in here on Admirals. And for the people who ask about the live trading room, this is our live trading room here on tradersyard.com. It's a free access, by the way. We have 235 family members here in this lovely trade. We have the chat, we can share. You see my schedule when I come up with updates. And this is based on this morning briefing show. And there you will find the rules here in this picture. And then you can here open the job chat web meeting. And then you will see my chart, by the way, and when I come up with any updates, by the way. So click this slide here, and then you can see the schedule by my slide, by the way. Okay, so let's go to the question of today. I ask you, what is your goal for this week? Stick to the rules at all and being more disciplined. And it seems no one is mixing the timeframes anymore. If this is the case, then I'm really, really proud of you. Really, because this is a big, big step forward. If you understand the law of probabilities, and you will never mix the timeframes, by the way. There is no big picture, because if you understand that the order book has no time frames, because there is no time in the order book. So the time frame is just only made by the people. So, and people have their own perception, you know, that's the pen, perception, you know. So there is no right or false time frame. So therefore, as a consequence, there is no big picture if you have is a higher time frame. But this is just made by yourself, because you decided what you want to see. And it is what you say to the order book: please press me the behavior, what's happened in 1 week, in 1 candle. But another one of the millions and millions of traders around the world says, oh no, please, lovely order book, please press me to your behavior in 5 minutes. Same underlying, 2 perceptions, 2 different opinions and different behaviors. So who is right, who is false? No one is right or false, just only your perception. Therefore, you have to understand why the law of probability is so much important for a private trader. Yeah. So let's go to the running trades. We have awesome trades, by the way. And one of the best one actually is US dollar, Canadian dollar. And you see, that's the point if you don't miss the re-entry. Yeah. So let's see in US dollar, Canadian dollar, we have this wonderful trend, move, correction, move, correction. There was the entry. We reached 0.2, we sold already half the position, trailed the stop in profit, and now we have a trend continuation. That's really cool. So now let the trade running. Maybe we see a 3rd or 4th trend arm. So trail the stop into profit, and now let it go and accept the result of the trade. Yeah, maybe there is an interesting chance, and we will reach this last high here. So maybe you can set a pending order to go out exactly at this high. And I'm quite sure that we will reach it. So next one is running British pound, New Zealand dollar. Here we go. We are a little bit in profit. Actually, we didn't sell half the position because, yeah, price is going up for the moment. So there is no intention to intervene into that trade right now. So just couple of balance candles in a row is a signal that the volume on both sides is equally. So the market, and we are within the red zone. You see, that's always the stupid behavior within the red zone. Okay, so just let it go. British pound, Canadian dollar. It's just going up for us. Love it if you trust the system and trust the rules, by the way. So we are deep in profit. Now we can trail a stop into profit, guys. Yeah. So we sold already half the position. The trend is still valid. And I have a final target order at this top here, deep in the green zone. Yeah. And then I'm out. Euro Canadian dollar. Also, again, back in profit, and that trust the system. Yeah, that we reached the last point high, the last point 2 here. You see the first possible entry, and we did it. Yeah, and we trailed this. We gave the market the chance to create this trend with a stop loss below the last 0.3. We didn't need a re-entry, so now the price is going up. So the moment we are going up and up, then we can trail the stop into the profit and everything is fine. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, really, really cool. And another proof that trend trading is working in every single time frame. So we have, this is one of my longest trade. So, you know, we entered here, it was mid of June. Yeah, we sold already half the position. We reached point of control again. And now the trend is continuing on the lower side. So, and I gave you the chance to make a re-entry or a new entry by this trend, by this new trend. So look at this one. So we had this move, correction, move, and, oh no, just, sorry, my fault. It was this one. Move, correction, move, correction. There was your first entry. Where's balance candle? Here. Or maybe later here you can do it again. And you see you reach the point 2, highest probability with the first possible trend arm. And the second one, yeah, you could make there was kind of balance candles. Yeah, here the entry, and you see another trend continuation. And I'm quite sure that we reach this zone on the lower side too, which means we have more falling prices in the indices, by the way, Dow and DAX and so on. So, and the last one is Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Yeah, I guess we will get out because we sold already half the position. Yeah, here, there was the entry with, here we go. Move, correction, move, correction. You see, first possible trend arm, there was your balance candle, there was the point 2, we did it, we sold already out the position, trailed the stop into profit, and let the market decide, because we are trading away from the point of control. Yeah, point of control is lower. So we are getting more expensive and more expensive. So I don't expect so much trend continuations on the upper side because we're getting more expensive and more expensive. So let it go. Okay, it's just a lovely winner. So get to your questions about British pound US dollar in 4-hourly chart. British pound US dollar. Yeah, I have it on my watch list too. So I got a loss here because the trend was not continuing on the upper side after we reached. So my fault was that we reached the point 2 and I forget to make a partial profit or the trailer stop into profit because I thought we have more stabilization at the point of control. So that was my fault. My fault was this one. You see? No, here we go. So movement, correction, move, correction. So I missed my first entry here, but I did it here again. and there was the point 2, and we reached it, but without a close. So normally you have to make your partial profits here at this point 2 and trail the stop into profit. Yeah, and the rest now is history. Yeah, still better behavior from my side. So now we have another trend. We start at the highest point, move, correction, move. The next correction must be ours. Yeah, because we're trading away from the point of control. So keep it on your watch list, British pound, US dollar, but we will take time. And be careful, we have a rate decision US and UK on Wednesday and Thursday. So then the next question was US dollar, Japanese yen, one of lovely trades. The point is in US dollar, Japanese yen. So basically this is the that's the current downtrend. Yeah. And it's the first possibility to go short, by the way. But look exactly where we are right now. We are again exactly at the point of control. And you see how hard the price must fight, yeah, to overcome this point of control. So, and on the other hand, we see this corrective uptrend, move, correction, move. Yeah, and now this is my first correction. So which one should I trade right now? Yeah, that's the point. Always if you're circling around the point of control. So basically, I trade the current leading trend. And the current leading trend is the trend, the green one on the right side. So if I will see a next maybe balance candle, then I want to go up to this point 2 and then I'm safe. Yeah. If we go lower, yeah, I guess it's a hard stuff because we will hit here this point 2 and I don't want to trade it in that moment. Yeah. It's difficult stuff. And my teacher taught me through the years, if you have not a clear situation, if you have a really complicated and mixed situations, especially you are at a fair price, don't try to solve such situations. Try to avoid it. Stay on the sideline, let it go. I know it's the law of probability, but I can break it on purpose if I don't have a clear situation. But keep it in your mind and keep an eye on it and have it on your watch list. If you will see a balanced candle, then maybe the current correction comes to an end and then we can go up again with a stronger US dollar. But as long as the prices in the indices going short, then we have stronger money or we have more money in Japanese yen. And then the Japanese yen is getting stronger, which means US dollar is getting weaker and then the price is going down. Yeah. So just wait for the moment. Maybe we have a really black Monday. Because I see in Dow Jones really, really big pressure on the volume side, on the seller side. Yeah. But just speculare, you know, observing the price, not acting, by the way. So guys, that's for the moment. My question was, what is your goal for this week? 64% says stick to the rules at all, and 36% yes, being more disciplined. You know, two answers, but the same background. Being more disciplined is the foundation to stick to the rules at all. Why is it so important? Yeah, every time you break the rules, I don't talk about the law of probability, just if you break the rules, if you jump back in an old bad behavior, your goal, and I guess the goal is to make money and to become successful in trading. Every time you break the rules on purpose, by the way, you do it on purpose, yeah, then your target moves more far away. And don't forget, our lifetime is running up every single second. Never forget this part of trading. I want to say thank you. I'm looking forward to see you in the live trading room through the rest of the day. And I hope we see each other tomorrow again in this morning briefing show. Be careful with your trades, stick to rules. And as always, have courage and be kind all the time. And may the force of the rules be with you. See you tomorrow.